Hi there. My name is Mel Solon, owner and webmaster of thethinkingplace.com, author of In Pursuit of a Miracle and The Mighty Mind Expander, and publisher of our book, Quotations to Help You from Out of Their Minds, the most extraordinarily useful and usable book of quotations that you and your mind could ever benefit from. Tom Zeman, a sales manager and author of his own wonderful personal development book, Department of Zenitation, puts it this way: if you're lost in a sea of self-help offerings, all touted to be the latest and greatest, look no further. With over 25 years in the sales industry and having attended and listened to thousands of hours of sales, motivation, and self-help seminars, I feel qualified to say that nothing has ever hit the market that even comes close to its depth and breadth of knowledge, its ability to provoke thought, and yet is so incredibly practical and usable. By the way, this video can be viewed on our website, thethinkingplace.com, under the tab Our Book, as well as on YouTube. In the Mighty Mind Expander, we discussed the 6 obstacles that prevent people from fully benefiting from their self-help excursions. Our book, a major culmination of my life's work, helps overcome these obstacles. In so doing, we believe you'll find Quotations to Help You, the most convenient, inexpensive, and effective solution ever created to help you dramatically increase the odds of achieving your goals and fulfilling your dreams in all areas of life. Once you understand what follows, you'll find our book a very simple way to continue your self-development, accelerate your personal growth, and develop your slight edge, that little difference that can make the big difference in making it happen, without forcing it to happen and without compromising your ethical principles, spiritual values, or peace of mind in the process. Most importantly, Quotations to Help You is a self-development solution that recognizes that if we desire to change the way we feel and act and become more of the person we idealize ourselves to be, it requires that we change our habits and attitudes, especially the way we think at a subconscious level, and that requires repetition. While this premise is true, here's the snag. If such repetition and reinforcement aren't available conveniently and inexpensively, most people fail to follow through, or they fail to gain the full benefits from their self-help efforts. Specifically, Quotations to Help You is comprised of 8,540 quotations of super organized, incredibly indexed, wise thoughts and ageless wisdom from out of the minds of some of the most brilliant thinkers in history. One of our favorites is by Dr. Viktor E. Frankl, author of Man's Search for Meaning, which he wrote after being liberated following years in concentration camps during World War II. He said, "Love and humor are the soul's weapons in the fight for self-preservation." We call these quotations thinking filters, thoughtful bites, negativity neutralizers, or our favorite, happiness helpers. Look at these quotations as food for the soul, vitamins for the mind, or preventative mental health medicine with no side effects, or simply shortcuts and stepping stones to wisdom and the art of living well, with a focus on art, A-R-T, attitude, relationships, and thinking. It's like a gym membership or personal trainer that provides exercise for the mind. What we're saying is this: if you love quotations and appreciate the power of words to affect our lives, you'll love this book. Think about it. Some of us join gyms and spend an hour a day exercising. We lift weights, work out on treadmills, stationary bikes, and elliptical machines, while others take classes in yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi, and dance. We diet, eat health foods, and take costly vitamins and supplements. But what do we do on a regular basis to maintain our mental and emotional health? How do we maintain an appreciation of our uniqueness and our true value as human beings when our minds are constantly being bombarded daily with judgments and an onslaught of negativity, and often beyond our conscious awareness? Our solution? Fill your mind daily with ageless wisdom, even if only for 5 minutes a day. Incidentally, one way to experience your own value as a person is to listen to others with compassion and communicate to them that they are valuable and appreciated, and that they and their lives matter. On the same point, research shows that nothing contributes to the well-being and productivity of employees as much as making them feel valued and appreciated. In any case, the point is clear. Physical health is only half the battle in maintaining our well-being. As John Locke said, a sound mind in a sound body is a short but full description of a happy state in this world. He that has these two has little more to wish for. To the question, can we really and legitimately promise that our book can accelerate the personal growth process? Absolutely, with one qualifier. Even if one were to read one quote every day, it would take 23 years to finish the book, and that's to get but one repetition. However, at 23 quotes a day, you've got a 1-year inexpensive and convenient method to help you build a sound mind by helping you develop the thinker's edge. Then, once you've discovered the ideas that you found most helpful and that most need to be internalized, you've got a convenient way of getting the necessary repetition to help you put the happiness robbers away for good. Before we cover the 2 features that make our book truly unique, I will first answer the question, what's in it for you? What benefits can you expect to gain from simply reading from our quotations book? The answer, changes. Positive, tangible, measurable changes that will come quickly and almost unexpectedly. Not only will this book motivate and inspire you, it will also help you overcome procrastination, become more organized, more patient, and experience less stress, and as a side benefit, less lower back pain. Plus, the more you read it, the more self-confident you'll become. As a result, you'll be more open to taking intelligent, calculated risks because you'll be better equipped to handle criticism and rejection, as well as failures and disappointments with minimal or no damage to your self-esteem or peace of mind. For salespeople and creative artists, this means developing your psychological hardiness, including your persistence, perseverance, and patience, especially when on the verge of giving up. The wisdom in this book will also help you handle relationship conflicts more honestly and effectively, and approach problem-solving and decision-making more intelligently and creatively. Before you know it, you'll be thinking like a professional motivator or life coach, the kind of person you'd want around in a crisis, someone who thinks clearly, calmly, rationally, goal-directedly, and optimistically. This kind of thinking can be especially helpful for people dealing with unemployment, potential technological or otherwise. I'm so convinced that if we all actually lived the ageless wisdom found in this book, including the importance of family values, mindless violence would abate, divorce and suicide rates would drop, drug and alcohol abuse would decrease, and the use of prescription drugs to treat generalized anxiety and non-clinical depression would be greatly curtailed. Even the incidence of obesity and cigarette smoking would decline. Remember, I said if we all actually lived this ageless wisdom. Another big if the younger generation and many older, arrogant know-it-alls didn't think they already have all the answers. The fact is, while many people mature emotionally with age, many more, without some form of intervention, often remain immature throughout their lives. Incidentally, on arrogance, Leo Tolstoy in War and Peace said, "An arrogant person considers himself perfect. This is the chief harm of arrogance. It interferes with a person's main task in life, becoming a better person." Back up, you say. Are you telling me your quotations book can change my life? No, but you can with Quotations to Help You at your fingertips, because Quotations to Help You is more than just a quote book. It's a compendium of thought on the subject of human potential. Thoughts and ideas guaranteed to help you increase your potential to become more of the person you are capable of being. And as Abraham Maslow said, if you deliberately plan to be less than you are capable of being, then I warn you that you will be unhappy for the rest of your life. You will be evading your own capacities, your own possibilities. Note here that learning to appreciate your uniqueness and accepting yourself as you presently are is not at odds with the desire to develop your potential to become more of what and who you can be. In this regard, we are not talking about self-improvement. You can't improve your uniqueness and you can't improve your potential, but you can hold your uniqueness in higher esteem and you can develop and unleash the virtual unlimited and untapped potential that's inherent in us all. Keep in mind, as Brian has said in the intro to the Mighty Mind Expander, life can be very unpredictable, and to handle its trials and tribulations, it pays to be psychologically prepared. When was the last time you crystallized your thinking about ideas such as peace of mind, wisdom, free will, success, happiness, and how to improve inter- and intra-personal relationships? Remember, it wasn't raining when Noah built the ark. Our book can help you not only psychologically prepare for whatever life throws at you, but its wisdom can also help you to avoid many of life's avoidable mistakes. Note also that while we agree with Zig Ziglar that it's your attitude, not your aptitude, that determines your altitude in life, the quotes in this book go beyond attitude and positive thinking. We hope by now it's become clear that we don't want you to just buy our book, we want you to use it and benefit from it so much that you'll not only tell others about it, you'll also think of our book whenever it comes to gift-giving time. And now, if I say anything further about this book, some of you might accuse me of overkill or gilding the lily. But the fact is, I made the claim earlier in the Mighty Mind Expander that our quotations book is the most extraordinarily useful and usable book of quotations that you and your mind could ever benefit from. However, truth be told, I've yet to provide evidence to support this claim. So, for ye of little faith, continue to listen, and in a matter of minutes, you'll soon agree that this claim is more than justified. And now to the big question. What makes this quotations book so extraordinary and truly unique? The answer, 2 features. 1, the selections. Born out of giving motivational self-development seminars for over 20 years and filtered through over 40 years in the self-development field, the selections were judiciously handpicked and targeted to not only anyone who simply loves quotations, but more specifically to goal-oriented, service-centered, growing people. This includes salespeople, mental health professionals, entrepreneurs, and self-help enthusiasts, as well as leaders, achievers, and winners, or anyone who has such aspirations. The quotes can even benefit those individuals who, although they may not really need it, are well aware they can always use a little reinforcement. They understand the value and power of convenient repetition and affirmation. Keep in mind here, we're not just talking about standard inspirational kind of quotations, but more importantly, the selections include an abundance of quotations deemed profound or profoundly simple and practically inarguable, including many principles commonly considered universal in all religions. Many of the quotations, by encouraging guilt-free reflection, were chosen to lead one to deeper and more meaningful personal insights and greater self-awareness, and as a result, real changes in how we think, feel, and act. For example, this quotation by Dr. D. Elton Trueblood reminds us of how hope for the future can affect our happiness in the present. He says, "Man is a creature whose present is constantly being dominated by reference to the non-existent, but nevertheless potent future. What is not influences what is." End quote. On the other hand, those people who lack meaningful goals, realistic plans, and inspiring expectations are demotivated and experience instead passive resignation to what Henry David Thoreau famously calls lives of quiet desperation. We make our strong claims with confidence based on the commonly held belief that if you get one good idea out of a book, a seminar, or a speech, it's worth it. Well, with our book, you've got thousands of good and great ideas, culled from thousands of sources, including other famous quotation books, the Bible, hundreds upon hundreds of classic self-help books, plus numerous expensive audio, video, tape, and CD motivational programs. Add to this quotes from sales meetings, magazines and newspaper articles, movies and television, wall plaques, songs, emails, the internet and classic literature, plus a few submissions by friends, family, and sources I can't even remember, and you begin to understand the depth and breadth of the selections in our quotations book. Gabriela Sadigursky, a Social Security administrator, offers this review. She says, "Your book is such a great reference source. I use it extensively. It's easy to use, well organized, and the quote selections are fabulous." Wait, you haven't heard the best part. I mentioned earlier that the quotations are super organized and incredibly indexed. By yours truly, an objective, detail-oriented, anal retentive retired CPA. This brings us to the second feature that makes our quote book truly unique. The incredible Quote Finder, a built-in 5-section color-coded index. Not only is it intuitive and easy to use, it's so functional and useful, we put it at the front of the book instead of at the back. It begins with an alphabetical keyword index covering not just a few broad topics, but over 1,500 keywords. Words chosen to help almost anyone be happy, happier, or less unhappy. Words or phrases such as balance, belief, common sense, communications, interpersonal relationships, forgiveness, life, love, money, goals, self-deception, and time, to name just 12 of the 1,500 key words. Not wanting to bring you down, I didn't mention anger and resentment, envy, jealousy, or possessiveness, nor fear, guilt, regret, or depression. Kidding aside, note here that quotations are much more than just words. They embody attitudes, beliefs, values, and philosophies of life, often referred to as gems of thought and pearls of wisdom. On words, Rudyard Kipling said, "Words are, of course, the most powerful drug used by mankind." Look up any of the 1,500 key words and you'll find quotations that are either psychologically helpful or give a thinker an expanded perspective. During a stressful time in life, Mary, a loving grandmother, said, "The quotes on life, death, grief, and hope helped me get through the death and funeral of my 3-year-old grandchild. The quotes are currently helping me deal with my son's divorce, his fight to keep his children in this country, and as my business partner, our shared struggle to keep our 40-year-old business afloat." Oh, and my son said, "Mom, I love this book. It's the best Christmas gift you've ever given me." Hold on, you say. Can I get quotations on the internet? Of course you can. But consider this. The quotations in this 40-plus year compilation of ageless wisdom have not only withstood the test of time, they've been screened, filtered, and vetted to save you from having to conduct a random and sporadic search of your own. For example, a Google search for Lincoln quotes will yield over 500,000 hits. Good luck finding the one that best suits your needs. Our book includes dozens of his most useful. One more example. If you Google success quotes, you'll get over 1 million possibilities, which, as with the Lincoln quotes, obviously includes thousands upon thousands of overlap and duplication. Our book, in addition to 225 quotes on happiness, includes 275 quotes on success, cherry-picked to stimulate your thinking, stir your passions, motivate you to action, and promote your peace of mind. A professional writer, Mark Tapper, puts it this way: "Very time-saving. Apologies to Google, but for finding the perfect quote quickly and easily, this hard copy book of quotations is nano years ahead." Beyond the comprehensive keyword index is the heart of the Quote Finder, an amazing phrase index with its own alphabetical index. The phrase index provides a synopsis of each quote. This index almost triples the number of quotes since there are quotes within quotes and often multiple key words in a single quote. With this index, you can scan a column of 50 quotations in a matter of seconds to know if they fit your purpose without even having to read them. Also amazing, the Quote Finder includes its own internal thesaurus, known as a cross-reference index. For example, look up anger, and you'll find references to rage, temper, resentment, fighting, and 30 more related key words. The last section is an author index of 2,700 entries from Aristotle to Zig Ziglar. With the Quote Finder, you've got a hard copy search engine that, in addition to helping you find a specific quote, it can also help you find a quote that fits your specific need, whether intellectual, motivational, or therapeutic. That quotation which perfectly expresses your thoughts or feelings in their words. With the Quote Finder, finding the perfect quote is obviously a big help, but being able to find it again quickly and easily without having to dog-ear the pages or cram it with Post-its is an even bigger help. Although almost anyone can benefit from reading this book, here are 2 last testimonials. Pete Weir, a mediator specializing in divorce, says, "Remarkable, extraordinarily useful in helping to develop self-designed advertising materials and in writing speeches and presentations." Lastly, this one from my wife Bryna, a terminal patient with ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. She says, "Personally, I turn to the book whenever I start slipping to the dark side or feel the neggies coming on. In no time at all, some well-chosen quotes make me feel there's nothing I can't handle that would justify a bad attitude. Even when I'm feeling on top of things, reading from our book makes me feel even better." If you're viewing this on YouTube, see the link to our book at thethinkingplace.com for more testimonials. And there you have it, the most extraordinarily useful and usable book of quotations that you and your mind could ever benefit from. It's a quote lover's companion, the life navigator's handbook, a playground for thinkers, and an arsenal of life-affirming affirmations. More than just a reference volume that can help in writing love letters, business or sales presentations, greeting cards, term papers, political or motivational speeches, it can even be read cover to cover or keyword to keyword as an affordable, motivational, personal growth, self-help program. It can also be used as a manual for a training class on attitude or in conjunction with a Bible study class. For anyone seeking professional help, it's a great complement to therapy. Look at it as a lifelong wise friend and personal support system to help you proactively accelerate your personal growth, be happy most of the time, and revitalize your belief in your dreams. In summary, this 8.5 by 11, 2-inch thick, leatherette, hardbound, gold foil stamped, 800-page International Dictionary of Quotations of coffee table quality with a 5-section color-coded index is like thousands of psychology, philosophy, and self-help books all rolled into one. Handmade, published on demand in America, in our home, in my workshop, it's the perfect gift item for thoughtful givers. Friendship, weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, graduations, and all holidays. A perfect bound softcover version will be available in the near future. Incidentally, a printer who saw the book in person priced it at $119.95. And a publisher at the UCLA Book Festival said it could easily go for $125. For now, however, it's only $89.95. To order our book, call 818-222-4477 or click on the Buy Now link at thethinkingplace.com and select Quotations to Help You. Note here that each book purchase includes a donation of $5 to be shared by the ALS and Muscular Dystrophy Associations. You may recognize the following 3 final thoughts as those that concluded the Mighty Mind Expander. If you enjoyed the quotes in the close of that program, here's an opportunity to get a second repetition. 1. Whatever you do, don't give up on your dreams. Bill Clinton, in a commencement address, put it this way: "The saddest among my classmates are not those who have failed. The saddest ones are those who had dreams and did not try to achieve them." As Napoleon Hill said, "Cherish your visions and your dreams, as they are the children of your soul, the blueprints of your ultimate achievements." 2. This reminder by Oliver Wendell Holmes, Sr. "A mind once expanded by a new idea never goes back to its original dimensions." Lastly, by author unknown, "If you believe that something is true, you will act upon it as though it were true. And if your beliefs do not affect your actions, it's doubtful that you believe." So ask yourself, Do you believe in yourself and your potential? Do you believe that what and how you think is the single greatest determinant to how you feel and the quality of your life? Or as Marcus Aurelius said, our lives are what our thoughts make it. If so, and given that quotes are thoughts, and you can never come out behind investing in your mind, don't procrastinate. Act on these beliefs. Order our book, Quotations to Help You, from Out of Their Minds, and then begin dreaming of life as you know it can be, and ask, why not? Thank you for listening, and may the thinker's edge always be with you.